I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Those are the words of the American poet Robert Frost from his poem, The Road Not Taken. And really, there's a little part of today's gospel that could really almost inspire that verse, that thought. Today, Jesus says, take the narrow road, go through the narrow gate, because you could take the wide road and go through the wide gate, which is easier, but it leads to destruction. The narrow gate leads to life everlasting, life in God's kingdom. And that's where we've got to go. That's the road we have to take without the diversions and distractions. Today we celebrate the feast of St. Aloysius Gonzaga, or if you're from Spokane, Washington, you say Aloysius Gonzaga. But whether you say it one way or the other, St. Aloysius was a young man who at a very early age dedicated himself to Christ. He was part of a very wealthy 16th century politically connected family, and they wanted him to go on in the family business. But he said, no, I'm going to be a Jesuit. They weren't happy about that, his family, but he did it anyway. And he joined the Jesuit community, and as a Jesuit, as a saint, he took care of so many people because he walked that narrow road with Christ. In fact, in his final illness, he contracted symptoms of the plague because in Rome, in the latter part of the 16th century, while he was ministering to those who were ill, he came down with that illness himself and died at the age of 23. He is the patron of all students. And as we remember St. Aloysius Gonzaga today, we pray that we too will have the strength to travel that narrow road.